Now, give us an example of how this can work. Give us just some type of layout so that people can understand it.
Yeah. So if there's a janitorial contract in New York, and I live in Houston, Texas, shout out to Houston, and I go apply or submit a proposal for this janitorial contract in New York, I'm going to look for a janitorial company in New York. I'm going to get them to give me a quote. I'm going to put my money on top of their quote, and I'm going to submit that proposal to the federal government. And I'm going to wash, rinse, repeat.
There you go. It's like being a booking agent.
It's a layup. What's the job? Who can source it? Boom. That's it. Now, everything obviously is some more nuances in between, but that's just it in a nutshell. And you didn't hear me say anything about certification,
right?
Insurances, licenses, wait for 2 years,
but
all this crazy stuff. Oh yeah. So you have to be a legit company, right? Good question or good comment. That wasn't a question, right?
It was a lead.
So no, you have to have an LLC because what the federal government doesn't do is people to business.
Okay.
They do B2B, business to business. So we talking about our ex-felons, people with the sketchy past, the scammers. If they have a legit LLC and within good standings, they can do business with the federal government.
Now, what brought you, Jason, to actually being involved in this and to also starting the federal code?
Yeah, so that's the real story.
Backstory.
Now we get to the backstory because I want to start with where we're at now and what you're teaching people. Because one thing I have learned is when you get those government contracts, people and companies have become rich. Like really created generational wealth
for sure,
just from getting these contracts from the government.
Yep.
And two things that Jason taught me was it's not one and done.
Yeah.
Like most of the contracts, as he'll tell you, they were 4-year contracts, but also the things. I think when people hear government contracts, like, do I have to make military equipment? Do I have to? He's taught work with like wig company, just everything, just anything. Anybody, I mean, they need all these services. We don't think about how diverse.
Anything the federal government needs. Yes. Anything you need outside the federal government, you need it inside. Anything they need it on the outside, they need it inside the federal government, and they create a contract for it.